And finally, the last Aliyah. It's only a handful of verses. We're almost done. Sit tight. The 7th Aliyah, chapter 25, verse 12 through verses 18. In verse 12, Ve'ele toldot Yishmael ben Avraham. And these are the generations. It's from Yalad, like meaning birth, of Yishmael, the son of Avraham. Asher Yalada Hagar HaMitzrit Shifkat Sarah ve'Avraham, whom birthed Hagar the Egyptianess, the servant of Sarah, to Avraham. Verse 13, Ve'ele Shemot b'nei Yishmael. And these are the names of the children of Yishmael, Bishmotam, by their names. The Toludotam, by their inscriptions, really is what it means, like their genealogies. Bechor, Yishmael, Neviot, Ve'kedar, Ve'ad Be'el, Umivsam. The firstborn of Yishmael was Neviot, then Kedar, then Ad Be'el, and Mivsam. Verse 14, 13. 14 it is. Yod Omishma, V'duma, Umasa. These are more names. Verse 15. Note again, it's Tet, Vav. So before here, you had all the numbering. Yod, Beit. Yod is 10. Beit is 2. So 10 plus 2. 10 plus 3. 10 plus 4. But now we switch to 9 plus 6, right? Tet is a 9 in Gematria. And Vav is a 6. So if you haven't noticed this before, when I mentioned it, why do we switch from 10 plus 4, which is very logical? Yod is 10, so our teens in Hebrew, we start with Yod plus 4. Here it's because we don't want to write the logical Yod plus Hey, right? You got Yod plus Aleph, you have Yod plus Aleph, Yod plus Beit, Yod plus Gimel, Yod plus Dalet, Yod plus Hey, because this is a nickname, a short version of the Tetragrammaton. Yah, like we say Hallelujah, right? So we don't want to even, the Masorah, the Bible doesn't even want to use this as a number, because that would be demeaning to God's name. So it's a nice example, even in the number system, how we should be safeguarding ourselves from pronouncing the divine name, because here even just the nickname, they don't want to write it as a number even. So instead we switch to 9 plus 6 for verse 15. Chadad, Vetema, Yetur, Nafish, Vakitma. These are just more names. And then 16, because if we follow the logical Yud plus Vav, that also approximates one of God's names, so we don't want to do that. So instead it's 9 plus 7. Tet being 9, and Zion being 7. Okay. Elehem b'nei Yishmael. These are the sons of Yishmael. Ve'ele shemotam, and these are the names. Ve'chatzvehem, uvitivotam, Shnei Masar Nisi'im Le'umotam. Okay, so according in their settlements and in their walled cities, the names 10 chiefs, or Nasi. A Nasi is like a leader, right? Leaders or chieftains according to their peoples, right? So they kind of develop into different people groups even after a time. Verse 17, Ve'ele Shnei Chayei Yishmael Me'at Shana U'Shloshim Shana V'Sheva Shanim. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 100 year and 30 year and 7 years. Vayigva, then he expired. Vayamat, and he died. Vayasef, and he was gathered Elamav unto his people. Verse 18. Vayishkenu Mechavila Ad Shul Asher Al Pnei Mitzrayim Boacha Ashuva Al Pnei Chol Achayv Nafal. And he this is where we get Shekhinah from, right? So and he like camped. He made himself present. He lived from Chavila until Shur, like in this area, meaning his family was all spread out in that area, which is by the face of Egypt as one goes towards Ashur, by the face of and against the face of all of his brothers he fell. It's kind of weird. Kind of implies that there might have been some kind of battle that happened there, and I think the Sefer HaYashar has some interesting stuff to say about that, but I don't remember. Janine says also, whatever happened to Hagar after Sarah's death? Yeah, there's actually, there's one tradition that Abraham would visit her still, right? That he'd still go see her. Even while Sarah was alive, that he would go and visit Hagar. right? One would hope so, because surely he wants to see his son, Ishmael. It's not like he was so far off. So Rashi comments that this whole thing, that they're camping alongside his kinsmen, that's how he interprets it. That although the verb usually nafal means to fall, that here it means dwell, as in Midian, Amalek, and the Kedemites were spread over the plain as thick as locusts. So like the idea is like, if you have a bird's eye view and you're dropping down models of where people are, they're falling over here, they're falling over there, like he happened to be there, right? That it's not necessarily a military thing that's happening. I think he takes that from the Targum, but I don't remember so well. Okay. Yeah, Kimchi also agrees that it means they dwelt there.